it's me again. Let's try this again. Oh gosh. I've just been having some technical difficulties with positioning the phone and keeping it there while allowing myself to have my comfortable position of sitting back in a chair and putting my feet up. And it's even weirder because now it's not Geordie LaForge, it's the weird nose job. Yeah, it looks funny. It's like a fun house. Okay, you're like, but what are you talking about? Okay, so I have the phone is positioned in a measuring cup, a glass measuring cup, and my face at different levels is either covering my nose or it's covering my eyes. And right, okay, you get it, right? That looks like that. Remember that orange? Remember that video with the orange and the mouth? It had a mouth on it, and it looks like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh gosh. Again, this is supposed to be an official video. I was shooting for it. Oh, well. I guess I'll never be official. Anyway, officially certified. Certifiably nuts. Anyway, okay. Anyway, okay. That's messing with me. My face. It's the overfocus. I am gonna have to publish that video. I have a 5-minute video that I've made before this because it was because of turning the video on that messed it up and messed up the positioning of the phone. And I'm sitting here talking about that instead of what I need to. Never mind. Let's start again. Hi, it's me, Tea Leaves. Hello, my fellow tea leavers. How are you today? Lovely, lovely day out there. 5 degrees. Lovely day out there. Anyway, okay. So the whole reason for this video is because, so I got it's January. And so January 31st, for most people, like myself, it's you have to return it to Amazon by the 31st thing, right? So anything that you've bought in the last couple months from Amazon, you can return up to that point. So, oh gosh. This is a video about procrastination. I'm not going to go into all of it because every time I try to go into everything, that's when I get over-focused. So I'm just going to roll with it as best I can. All right, so one of my imbalanced things, side effects, is, buying a lot of stuff. I've gotten a lot better about it since figuring all this out. So not quite the person I was, but I still have moments. It happens a couple times a year now instead of every time I go shopping. And that's just like around Halloween or back to school and Christmas. Other than that, I don't do a whole lot of shopping. But it's tough because like when you want to buy something for somebody for Christmas and then you're like, well, but I'm not sure of their size and so then you buy it in a couple sizes instead of just one because you are doing it right before Christmas or because you can't actually like test it out on them. Anyway, the whole point is you got a lot of stuff, right? Right, like me. And I don't know if you're like me or not, but it's all over the house. There's Amazon boxes here, Amazon boxes there. Yeah. So, the reason for this video, alright, I'm going to share something with you. I don't want Amazon to change this. For as much as they really should. I don't want Amazon to change this. It's very helpful to me. It's a bad thing, but it's very helpful to me. And that is that, and this goes for a lot of companies too, phone companies, electric company, all that. When there is a particular date that is set, the brain now knows that is the fact, that is the rule, that is the moment of expectation. If your stuff is due on the 31st, then it's due back on the 31st. You have to at least turn it into their system by the 31st. Those are the rules. Bottom line. So the brain knows, no matter how long I procrastinate, okay, like I said, I'm not going to go into all the different levels of procrastination because there are a few different levels. One is like it's a bad procrastination. Because there's some people that are just, by nature, they're just procrastinators. It's not a big deal. There's a reason why. Yes, it's the functional side. But it's just who they are. And that's no big deal. And as long as it doesn't cause any problems, it's fine. Now, there are procrastinators out there. It does cause problems for. Sorry. The older son downstairs playing with animals, maybe? I don't know. Anyway. I gotta relax. Sorry. Yeah, there are procrastinators out there that it does cause a problem for. And then there's the middle road procrastinators out there that it doesn't actually cause a problem for, but the people around them, because they get over focused, especially parents with their kids. Did you get that in on time? Did you take care of that? Did you take care of that? The kid is going to actually get it in on time, but the parent ends up getting imbalanced, or whatever you want to call it, over focused because of their kid being over worried that their kid gets something in on time. So there's that middle road. Yes, you all know who you are out there. You don't have to raise your hand or anything. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, yes. So when it says, so back to the Amazon thing, when it says the 31st, I gotta get the stuff returned by the 31st. Here's the thing about Amazon, as well as a lot of other companies. If you don't pay your electric bill by the 31st of the month, or the last day of the month, however you want to look at it, they don't just automatically shut your electric off. And because that becomes a fact in the brain, it kind of sticks there. See, when you first start out in your young youth, whatever, adult life, maybe you are really good with bills, paying bills on time and stuff. Because as far as you know, they say cutoff date is this is when it is, right? Right. But if something gets imbalanced, something happens, whatever you call it, and the brain's acting a little different, all of a sudden, you're now finding out, oh, wait a minute, especially, maybe even by accident, it's the 31st, or it's the 1st of the month, and I didn't pay the electric bill, but they didn't turn it off. Does that mean, what if I don't have to, I mean, if for, of course I'll pay my bill on time, but what if I'm not able to pay my bill on time? I guess they won't shut it off on me immediately. So that's kind of like giving your brain the scapegoat, or the alternative option. Now, as we all know, alternative options is on the emotional side, because options is many, functional is only one. There is one due date, and that is a fact, until that fact is being replaced by, I'm not sure when for sure now, it actually would be cut off. So now I know I need to get it paid. I know I need to get it taken care of. That date is coming, or that date is even past, but yet the electric is still on, and so I don't know for sure when. I mean, I know for a fact that the right thing to do would be to pay the electric bill, but I had that car thing I had to take care of, and that costs a lot of money, and I just don't know how long can I stretch this out? How long can I push this? And I don't know. So now the brain is confused because it doesn't know what to do. Of course, in most cases, it kicks back in and gets it taken care of, because it is a need to take care of. There are some of us that it still doesn't kick back in for. It's an individual situation. I can't explain that, and if I try to, I'll over-explain it. But the point is, now your brain does not have that one fact it can work with. Now the ability to say, what if I pay it tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day, or the next day, or the next day. So then we just don't do it on time. We have that extra room to move with. There are noises happening in this house, and it's throwing me off. Sorry. But it is, though. Strange noises. It almost sounds like somebody's using the hose on the side of the house outside. And that's not possible in 5-degree weather. In fact, that hose really shouldn't be out there. It should be in the basement. Dang it. I have written off the backyard. The grill, the garage, everything. Even stuff that I own in the garage, I am detaching from. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. For as much as people are like, well, detaching is not a good thing. No, it is. It's actually a good thing. You do it all the time. When someone says, oh, yeah, I can't give you a situation, but, if someone says, yeah, I'll give you that answer in a few minutes or whatever, your brain can detach from needing that answer right now because it can detach. Oh, okay, all right, get back to me, no big deal. That's because it can detach. Anyway, that's a tangent. Back to the Amazon thing. Sorry, it's a little nerve-wracking also because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to be, like this. But at the same time, I get why. I understand now. For years, I wouldn't have been able to talk about it. I'd be like, oh, something wrong with me. I don't know. Why do I wait till the last minute to do things? Doesn't make sense. Well, now it does. I get it now. It makes sense. And that's one of the reasons why. Because if you don't have a specific expectation, then when? It's just like if you went into work and you looked at the schedule and your name's there and it says you're supposed to be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever, but there are no times. What do I... Was you supposed to show up? When? How? What? When your brain has alternatives, when there's an openness, when there's a not concrete thing to work with, it's well, what if, willy-nilly. It's the same as like if somebody borrows money from somebody else, and like from a friend, right? And of course they're a friend, so you don't want to. Hold on, let's see. Put my shoes back on because the floors need to be vacuumed. I have mismatched socks on, but they're fuzzy. Anyway, that's better. Now I can actually see my face, and as much as I don't want to see my face, it's better than seeing it the way it was with the annoying orange or the Geordie LaForge thing going on. Nose job. Anyway, for as much as you want to be like, this is my friend. I don't have to be all legal with them. They just asked me if they could borrow money, and I'm like, yeah, sure. Pay me back when you can. And you're thinking, oh, I'm just being relaxed about it. Pay me back when you can. No big deal. I don't have to get out the lawyer and be like, okay, these are the limit. These are the rules of the contract of the, all that. I'd have to be all like that because it's family or friends, And yet, the problem is, you kind of have to be like that. And it's not because you're being mean or not trusting or anything. At the same time, a little bit, because that is the functional side. It's the not trust side. But if you look at someone and say, pay me when you can, when is that exactly? There's no moment of expectation for a fact. So, well, oh my gosh, when I can. Well, we're going to be going on a trip this summer, and so I'm going to be saving a lot of money till then, so really can't pay you, And then, of course, after the trip, then there's the back to school, and then there's that, and I really won't be able, man, my schedule's looking like I won't be able to pay you till 10 years from now. Right? And if they said that to you, you'd be like, oh, I'm not sure I can lend this money to you then, right? So, yeah. So anyway, the point is, no specific time, no specific date, whatever, then now what? The brain is left with the what if. It's left in the open side here. And there's still a need, there's still that little thing in the back of the head going, but I need to do that, I need to do that, I need to do that. But whenever it says, I need to do that, instead of saying equals, the 31st of January, it just says, I don't know when. I need to pay that, but I don't know when. I need to do that, but I don't know when. And so my problem with Amazon is the fact that it says, if you've ever done a return with Amazon, it says you return this within 2 or 3 days or something. But then on another part of it, it says something like return codes last for 30 days. It's kind of a little confusing, right? So now we're working with 2 facts. Which one's which? So now when does it actually due? And here's the funny thing. I waited a few months one time. It was an accident, actually. But I say it was an accident. Let's be honest. I don't think it was an accident. Things just happen. What else? But it was past the date that it was supposed to go back. So in the mind, it's almost like I need to do that, but at the same time, but it's past the date. So it's I need to, but then not. I need to, but then not. So I need to at least try, but still not. But again, I really work better with specific situations, especially that don't involve me. But whatever. Anyway, so I was able to return it still. The return code still worked even past the 30 days. Now, the sad thing is, I know a little bit about business to the sense that, when you buy something, then some company, some person, whatever, is now, that property is in your hand and your money is in their hand. And if you return it, that takes that money from their hand. And, okay, so within 30 days, they have that expectation of that losing that money possibly. They know that that's a possibility that person will want to return that item. But longer than that, it's not really fair to them. Because now they've counted on that money being a part of their budget, being a part of their profit, whatever. Not business, no. A little business, not a lot of business for me. But they have that expectation to have that money in their, not coils, in their world. And by you holding out, now they don't have that money. They can't have that expectation. So then they probably have to start creating new rules and stuff just to protect themselves. Anyway, that's a side thing, that part. So anyway, that's just one way of looking at procrastination. There's, like I said, there's other things to say about it, but I'm not going to go into some big long explanation. Even though I kind of have. It's 18 minutes now. Part of that is not my fault. Part of that is a measuring cup. Oh well. Till next time. Bye. And stick